everyone, and welcome back from lunch. Thank you so much for being here and participating in the last panel of the day before we close with comment later this afternoon. This conference has been such a nice mixture of self-reflective, considering the department's past, but also imagining all the possibilities for the future, and I kind of feel really cautiously optimistic as a current graduate student. It made me kind of envision what my team of misfits would come back and say 30 years from now, and I was like, okay, maybe these stories will be brighter than I thought. So it's making me kind of smile at the future instead of worry, which is always nice. Our panelists this afternoon bring a range of perspectives to this question: what do you wish you would have known in graduate school? And just like there are or should be many avenues into this program, there are or should be many avenues out. Our gathered alumni have gone out from a shared starting point, Ann Arbor, at various points in time, going in different directions, taking different but deliberate routes, and passing on others. So, of course, when they turn around and look back, reflecting on the many personal and professional transitions between where they were and where they are now, they will, of course, each be treated to a different view. And as I transition into introductions, I have to say how humbled and honored I am to be on this panel of amazing women. I'm so excited that I get to chair this panel. So let me just tell you a little bit about how amazing they are. So Tamar Carroll is an associate professor and the chair of the Department of History at Rochester Institute of Technology. She is the author of Mobilizing New York, AIDS, Anti-Poverty, and Feminist Activism, published in 2015. Also co-editor of the 2018 Nasty Women and Bad Hombres, Gender and Race in the 2016 U.S. presidential election. She is also a co-curator of Whose Streets, Our Streets, New York City, 1980 to 2000, a traveling exhibition with a companion website about activism in New York. And she completed her PhD at the University of Michigan in 2007. Minayo Nasiali, a historian of modern Europe and empire and an associate professor at the University of California, Los Angeles, is the author of Native to the Republic, Empire, Social Citizenship, and Everyday Life in Versailles since 1945, published in 2016. And she is currently working on her second book, Black Markets, which is a trans-imperial history of shipping and racial capitalism in the 20th century, and she completed her graduate training here in 2010. And then Rebecca Pite is an associate professor of history at Lafayette College. She published her first book in 2013, Creating a Common Table in 20th Century Argentina, Doña Patrona, Women and Food, and her second book, La Mesa Está Servida, in 2016. Her research focuses on histories of gender, food, consumption, and labor in Argentina and southern South America, and she received her PhD from Michigan in history and women's studies in 2007. And then finally, but not least, is Parna Sengupta, who I got to spend lunch with today, and it was a pleasure. She's a senior associate director with Stanford Introductory Studies, working primarily with the Thinking Matters program and the Thinking Matters Fellowship. She arrived at Stanford in 2008, where she came from Carleton College, where she was an associate professor in South Asian history. And her book, Pedagogy for Religion, Missionary Education and the Fashioning of Hindus and Muslims in Bengal, was published in 2011. And she earned her PhD from right here in 2000. So we will save questions to the end, but for now, let's get started.